If you test software, then download my productivity scripts. They'll make your job faster and easier. Hi, I'm Scott. I've been testing software in the Seattle high-tech area for the past 20 years. I'm one of those guys that with 2 keystrokes, it will zip and do a gazillion things. I'll go have my coffee, come back, and all my automation is done. I promise to demystify it for you and give you my productivity scripts as a free download. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate all of the common functions that I use across all 3 of my machines. If you've already downloaded the productivity scripts, you'll find them in this directory, all of these scripts here. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel because in future videos, I'm going to demonstrate the scripts that I use across various machines. You'll find them in these directories within the project. This is what we're focusing on today, is the common functions. I promise to demystify it for you. All they are is a bunch of bash functions and aliases. I create so many of them that I've actually created a script just for creating my aliases. Create alias QA toolbox. And so what that did is it created this alias. I like to reduce keystrokes so that it removed all the dashes. I did this, and I do this in my documentation to make it readable, but the function actually removes the dashes to reduce keystrokes, and that's what it just does. Now, if you like human readability, or if you can't remember the name of the function, underscore and then tab will list all of the options. I'm not going to do that because I've got over 1,000 of them, but for this video, I'll focus on QA. If I press tab, it's going to give you the human readable version of that function. And I even have a shortcut for create alias CA. Foo bar echo hello world. So now if I type foo bar, or it's created my alias. CC clear. I'm always clearing the screen. However, you notice that doesn't clear the history. And you could have a lot of stuff in the history. I like to clear my history because I'm often running automation. It's spinning out a whole bunch of results. I actually redirect it into a file, but if I've got stuff on the screen that I want to copy and paste the entire screen into a document or into a chat message or into an email or into a trouble ticket, well, I don't want to include that history. So CC will erase the history. Believe me, I'm trying to scroll on my mouse, but there's nothing there, so it's not scrolling. I happen to be in some random directory on my file system. So CC2 is a different variation, which will clear the screen and take me to my home directory. I also have another variant of that. You can look that up yourself. CD dir will change to any random directory. So I've set up aliases to change to my desktop, my documents, downloads. Under the cover, it's calling my CD dir function. I've got a whole bunch of them. I've also got a variation CD dir 2, and that changes to a directory on my file system, and it does a git status. This works well when I'm working within the context of a workspace where I'm doing automation and pulling packages down from a Git repository. I'm going to demo that further in another video on workspace management. You're going to love it. So make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. CD first and CD last. I'm always running automation and piping all the output into a file, which of course, and then I also store them in directories. And so if I type CD first, it will go to the first directory. And if I type cd last, it will go to the last directory. So let me show you that again. The first directory is AWS console. And it's gone into there and it's listed all the files. Last directory is this validator latest, and it's gone into there. This is really helpful for me when I'm investigating all of my automation results. CPL. I often want to clear the screen, do a present working directory, and list the files at the same time. Let's go to a random directory and do a CPL. You notice it cleared the screen, CPL, and listed the files. Because I work with so many projects and directories, I'm doing that all the time. CSV file helper, I'm going to create a separate video for that, but the way that works is I create CSV files which provide my data as input to a data provider for my automation. And sometimes those files are very verbose with a lot of file headers and a lot of data. And so this will allow me to focus on just the columns that I'm interested in and print everything out in a human readable function. That's why you need to subscribe so that you can see that video as well. Echo dashes, I'll skip that one for now. File find, I love this one. Let's say I'm in some random directory and I want to find a file that has the name work in it. It will find, I've got a lot of them. But let me demonstrate some of the other options. I've got an OR option, so if I want to search for files with the name work in it, but I also want to find files that have the name QA in it, it's giving me more options as a OR option. And so if I change this to and, I've now got fewer results because it's applying and logic. The default is to apply the and logic here. gggrep is similar, except it's grepping within the contents of a file. So if I do a gg or the word work, it came up with 409 results. Space, it's now come up with 427 results, 1,500 results. Now, if I want to reduce the output, gg and, well, now I've only got 14 results, and the default here is the and logic. You'll notice that when I did the file find workspace, it listed, it numbered every single file, and same when I did the gg, it numbered all of the results. That's because I can type VVV as a convenience method. I choose the file that I'm interested in, number 9, and it will open up the 9th file. Let's demo that with the find. If I do a VV, file number 16, it will open up, or in that case, it's a directory. Let's find VV file number 3, number 4, and it opens up the appropriate file. This significantly reduces keystrokes for me when I'm investigating automation results. Host name, I'm always on a random host that I need to SCP in at work. And I often want to figure out what the host name is. H is a shortcut for that. LL list, if I do an LS minus LRT, well, LL is just my shortcut for that. Log parsing, that's outside the scope of this video. So, but in a nutshell, it parses all of my automation results. It will chop up one really long file into separate test case files. It will annotate the file so that I can navigate through the file faster. It will pretty print contents within the file. Example, it will pretty print JSON, XML, and POJOs so that it's human readable. I'm going to create a separate video on that. Make sure you like and subscribe my channel so you don't miss that. New script, I'm always coming up with something new. And so if I create a new script, what it did is it copied this template file from my README directory into the current directory. And so all I have to do is rename it and edit the file to add the new functionality, and it will automatically get picked up when I resource my bash file. Okay, I've just demoed all of these files here. In the next video, I'm going to demo all of these. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of this or my future videos. Share this with your friends and colleagues. Software testers and developers will get value out of this. Go to qatoolbox.org and download the free productivity scripts from there. See you in the next video.